Hello there, fellow global citizens. Today we're diving into the wild world of international finance. Buckle up, because we're talking about the US dollar and its potential dethroning. Think Game of Thrones, but with less incest and more spreadsheets. It all started back in 1944 at a delightful little getaway in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. World leaders, exhausted from a little kerfuffle called World War II, decided it was time for a financial do-over. They crowned the US dollar the world's reserve currency, pegging it to gold. It was like giving the dollar a shiny new suit and a license to print money, literally. This system worked out pretty well for a while. The dollar was king, and America was its prosperous kingdom. But like all good things, it couldn't last forever. Fast forward to 1971, and President Nixon decided to ditch the gold standard like a bad Tinder date. The dollar became a free-floating currency, beholden to the whims of the market. Despite this, the dollar remained top dog. It was like the popular kid in school who could get away with anything. But lately, some countries have been whispering in the hallways, plotting to take the dollar down a peg or two. Stay tuned to find out why. So why are countries suddenly so eager to ditch the dollar? Well, imagine being forced to use your annoying neighbor's swimming pool every time you wanted to take a dip. It might be convenient at first, but eventually you'd start to resent it, right? That's kind of what's happening with the dollar. Countries are realizing that relying on a single currency controlled by another country isn't exactly ideal, especially when that country also happens to be fond of economic sanctions. It's like finding out your neighbor controls the pool temperature and enjoys making it freezing cold. Then there's the issue of America's massive debt. The US owes trillions of dollars to countries like China and Japan. It's like borrowing your friend's car and then crashing it into a mountain of debt. Understandably, they're a little hesitant to lend you any more money or let you control their financial swimming pool. But perhaps the biggest reason for the dollar's potential downfall is the rise of new economic powerhouses. China, Russia, and India are tired of playing second fiddle to the US. They're like the ambitious understudies finally ready to take center stage. And they're bringing their own currencies with them. By diversifying their currency reserves, these countries aim to reduce their vulnerability to US economic policies. Additionally, the rise of digital currencies and blockchain technology offers new avenues for international trade. Analysts believe that a multipolar currency world could lead to more stability and fairness in global trade. The shift away from the dollar also reflects a desire to move beyond the post-World War II financial order. As new alliances form and old ones evolve, the global financial landscape is set for significant change. The era of dollar dominance might be coming to an end, but it opens up opportunities for a more balanced global economy. Let's start with Russia, shall we? After facing a barrage of sanctions following their invasion of Ukraine, Russia decided it was time to flex their financial muscles. Their weapon of choice? The ruble, of course. Russia has been aggressively pushing for other countries to trade in rubles, especially for their energy exports. It's like offering a discount if you pay for your gas in potatoes instead of dollars. Russia's strategy? Make trade dollar-free. In 2024, Russia claims 92% of trade with Belarus, 90% with China, and over 50% with India happens in national currencies like the ruble and yuan. But are these numbers sustainable or geopolitical posturing? Some countries, eager to stick it to the US and secure a good deal, have been happy to oblige. This strategy, while not exactly a knockout blow to the dollar, demonstrates Russia's commitment to de-dollarization. They're like the disgruntled employee who quits their job to start their own rival company. Will they succeed? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, they're not going down without a fight. Russia's economic strategies also include diversifying their foreign reserves away from the dollar. Russia's natural resources, oil and gas, are traded with China and India primarily in national currencies. Russia's use of alternative payment systems like SPFS has helped bypass SWIFT. The energy trade with Belarus is almost entirely in rubles, making their partnership a key part of this shift. They've also increased their holdings in gold and other currencies, aiming to reduce their dependency on the US dollar. Additionally, Russia is investing in technology and innovation to boost their economic resilience. The introduction of a digital ruble is also on the horizon, which could further solidify their financial independence. By forging new trade alliances and expanding their global trade network, Russia aims to create a multipolar world economy. The impact of these strategies on the global economy remains to be seen, but they certainly mark a bold move towards de-dollarization. Now let's talk about China, the economic dragon in the room. China has been subtly but steadily increasing the global influence of its currency, the yuan. Their secret weapon, the Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project spanning across continents. Imagine a giant yuan-paved highway connecting China to the rest of the world. That's essentially what the Belt and Road Initiative is all about. China is investing trillions of dollars in building roads, railways, and ports across Asia, Africa, and Europe. And they're encouraging countries to use the yuan for all these transactions. This strategic move is slowly but surely chipping away at the dollar's dominance. It's like offering free candy to everyone who agrees to learn Mandarin. The appeal is undeniable, even if it means playing by China's rules. The Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, is not just about infrastructure. It's a strategic economic plan to create a vast network of trade routes. By investing in these projects, China is securing long-term economic partnerships and expanding its geopolitical influence. Chinese companies are gaining access to new markets and resources, while host countries benefit from improved infrastructure. Economists argue that the BRI could reshape global trade patterns, making the yuan more prominent in international finance. As digital currencies rise, China's push for the yuan's internationalization could redefine the future of global commerce. India's balancing act, the rupee's time to shine. And then there's India, the world's largest democracy and a rising economic powerhouse. India is in a unique position. They have close ties to both the US and Russia, which makes their stance on de-dollarization particularly interesting. India has been cautiously dipping its toes into the de-dollarization pool. They've started exploring rupee-based trade with countries like Russia and Sri Lanka. It's like trying to make new friends without completely ditching your old ones. However, India's de-dollarization efforts are still in their early stages. India is caught in the middle. While 50% of its trade with Russia is now done in rupees or rubles, India's ties to the US dollar remain strong. Could India be the key to balancing this shift? They're like the new kid at school trying to figure out which lunch table to sit at. They're aware of the potential benefits of a multipolar currency system, but also wary of alienating their allies. The potential of the Indian rupee in global finance is significant. With a booming tech industry and advancements in digital payments, India is well positioned to leverage its currency. The rupee could facilitate smoother trade routes and reduce dependency on the dollar. Strategic government policies and economic reforms will be crucial in this transition. If successful, the rupee could emerge as a key player in the global financial system, reflecting India's growing economic clout. A world of many currencies, the future of global finance. So what does all this mean for the future of global finance? Are we headed towards a world where the US dollar is no longer the undisputed king? The answer, like most things in economics, is complicated. Some experts believe that we're witnessing the dawn of a multipolar currency system. Imagine a world where the dollar, the euro, the yuan, and maybe even the ruble all coexist as major reserve currencies. It's like having a diverse investment portfolio. You spread your risk and reduce your reliance on any single asset. This shift could have significant implications for global trade and geopolitics. It could lead to a more balanced and multipolar world order where no single country holds all the cards. But it could also create more uncertainty and volatility in the global financial system. Emerging technologies like blockchain and digital currencies could further disrupt traditional financial systems. Central banks are exploring digital currencies, which could redefine how we think about money and transactions. Artificial intelligence and fintech innovations are also poised to transform financial markets, making them more efficient but potentially more complex. As we navigate these changes, international cooperation and robust regulatory frameworks will be crucial to ensure stability and fairness in the global financial system. The future of global finance is uncertain, but one thing is clear. It will be shaped by a multitude of forces, requiring adaptability and foresight from all stakeholders. The petrodollar and its discontents. One of the key pillars of the dollar's dominance has been its status as the primary currency for trading oil, aka the petrodollar. Since the 1970s, most oil transactions have been conducted in dollars, propping up demand for the greenback. However, this cozy arrangement is facing increasing challenges and uncertainties. Countries like China and India, the world's largest and third largest oil importers respectively, are increasingly seeking to buy oil in their own currencies. It's like ditching your expensive cable subscription and switching to streaming services. This trend, if it continues, could significantly weaken the petrodollar system and, by extension, the dollar's global dominance. It's like removing one of the legs from a three-legged stool. The whole thing becomes a lot less stable. Analysts warn that the shift away from the petrodollar could lead to increased volatility in global oil prices and currency markets. Diplomatic efforts and international trade agreements will play a crucial role in shaping the future of the petrodollar. Additionally, the global transition towards renewable energy sources adds another layer of complexity to the petrodollar's future. The road ahead is fraught with challenges and uncertainties, making the future of the petrodollar a topic of intense debate and speculation. Digital disruption, crypto, and the future of money. Adding another layer of complexity to this already intricate equation is the rise of digital currencies, particularly cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. While still in their infancy, cryptocurrencies have the potential to disrupt traditional financial systems and challenge the dominance of fiat currencies, including the dollar. Imagine a world where you could send money across borders instantly without the need for banks or intermediaries. That's the promise of cryptocurrencies. While they still face challenges like volatility and regulatory uncertainty, their potential impact on the global financial system cannot be ignored. It's still too early to say whether cryptocurrencies will replace traditional currencies or simply coexist alongside them. But one thing is clear: they're shaking things up and forcing us to rethink the very nature of money. Beyond just a medium of exchange, cryptocurrencies leverage blockchain technology to enable smart contracts, decentralized finance, and more. These innovations could lead to a more inclusive financial system, providing access to banking services for the unbanked and underbanked populations. Cryptocurrencies also have the potential to streamline international trade, reducing costs and increasing efficiency. Governments and central banks are taking notice, exploring the creation of their own digital currencies to stay relevant in this evolving landscape. As we move forward, the role of cryptocurrencies in the future of money will undoubtedly continue to evolve, shaping the financial world in ways we can only begin to imagine. The end of an era? Not so fast. Now, before you run out and exchange all your dollars for gold bars and canned goods, let's take a deep breath and acknowledge that the dollar's demise may be greatly exaggerated. The dollar still enjoys significant advantages over other currencies. It has the backing of the world's largest economy, deep and liquid financial markets, and a long history of stability, relatively speaking, of course. Historically, the dollar's dominance was cemented post-World War II with the Bretton Woods Agreement, establishing it as the world's primary reserve currency. It's like that old, reliable car you've had for years. It may not be flashy, but it gets you where you need to go. Moreover, even if the world does move towards a multipolar currency system, the dollar is likely to remain a major player for the foreseeable future. It's like the aging rock star who still sells out stadiums. Their glory days may be behind them, but they're not going to disappear overnight. As we look to the future, the dollar may evolve, adapting to new financial technologies and global economic shifts, but its historical significance and foundational role in the global economy will likely ensure its continued relevance. Hedging your bets. What it all means for you. So, what does all this mean for you, the average person trying to navigate this increasingly complex financial landscape? The key takeaway is diversification. Just like you wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, it's wise to diversify your assets and holdings. This could involve investing in foreign currencies, precious metals, or even cryptocurrencies, though proceed with caution on that last one. Think of it as a financial buffet. You don't have to pick just one dish. By spreading your risk and exploring different options, you can better weather the storms of an uncertain financial future. Start by consulting with a financial advisor to tailor a diversification strategy that fits your specific needs and goals. Consider setting up automatic investments to ensure consistent contributions to your diversified portfolio. Stay informed about global markets and economic trends to make timely adjustments to your investments. And don't forget to review your retirement plans and long-term financial goals regularly. By taking these practical steps, you can build a more resilient financial future for yourself and your family. So, is the dollar doomed? To answer the million-dollar question, or should we say the million yuan question, no, the dollar is not doomed, at least not yet. While its dominance is undoubtedly facing challenges, the dollar is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. However, the global financial system is undergoing a significant transformation, and the dollar's role in this new world order remains to be seen. One thing is for sure, the future of global finance is likely to be more multipolar, more digital, and a lot more interesting. So, buckle up, folks, and get ready for a wild ride. The dollar's future will depend on various factors, including geopolitical shifts, technological advancements, and policy decisions by major economies. As nations explore alternatives and digital currencies gain traction, the dollar's adaptability will be crucial. Historically, the dollar has shown resilience and an ability to evolve with changing times. Whether it remains the world's primary reserve currency or shares the stage with others, the dollar's journey is far from over. In conclusion, the dollar's fate will be shaped by a complex interplay of innovation, policy, and global cooperation. The only certainty is that the landscape of global finance will continue to evolve, and the dollar will be a key player in this dynamic environment. Thanks for sticking with us through this deep dive into de-dollarization and the future of global finance. Is the dollar really discredited? The answer might surprise you. Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more geopolitical insights. If you found this video insightful, share it with a friend and help us grow this community.